Hello, good evening, guys. Are you there? Okay, thank you for being here. So, the purpose of this live is to give you, not 100% like review. Of course, review, but it would only take less than 30 minutes. All right, so, well, let's just hope. Actually, I will start at 9:30 for GE. So we'll have GE and then I'm going to entertain questions. Okay, I'm going to entertain questions for 30 minutes and then I will give you some announcement. I'm using two monitors here. I'm using my laptop so for the camera and then I'm using another monitor for viewing your messages. Okay, well, anyway, so thank you for being there. And you can leave a comment, guys. You can leave a comment and I can read it here. Yeah, hey, ma'am. Hello po, ma'am. Yes, Vaya Oras. Good evening, ma'am. Glyza May Obami. Good evening. Yes, good evening, everyone. So I am so on time in our what's this live. Okay. Well, anyway, wait lang. I'm just making it sure. I'm just checking kung andyan na ba tayo sa page. I'm sorry. I mean sa group. If we're there already, I posted this video and I don't know if it's there already. If you can view it. Oh, all right. It's not going on. It's happening now. Okay. Well, anyway, if you have questions, guys, just ask questions. Ma'am, sana all fresh gihapon padong matug. Sige, plus 10 via oros. All right. Okay. Anyway, guys, so please, all right, good evening. Please be informed, guys, that you are going to take the exam on your schedule. Yes, kung ano yung schedule nyo sa akin, that is the time that you're going to take the exam. So I will be giving you the link after you send me the permit. So you just have to message me. What's this? Yes, you just have to message me and I will give you the link of the exam. I don't know if that's how they do it by sending the link individually. I just don't know if you can access the exam in the Google Drive. Let me know, guys. Good evening, ma'am. Yes, good evening, everyone. All right. So, as I mentioned in my announcement, I will start at 9:30 for GE. So, to those who are there, tapos hindi pa GE, you can actually leave to save your data. Pero kung naka-wifi kayo, the better stay there. Okay? Sige. Well, chika minute lang tayo. April Joy, good evening. Yes, good evening, April Joy. Good evening, Joy. Sana may bukod. April Lynn. Okay. So, of course, 7:30 to 9, EL113. So, I think you will take the exam in less than 1 hour because pinagbigyan ko yung mga gusto ninyo to listen the items. It's okay. Yes, you have all the, what's this? Makatarungan lang naman siya to listen the items. All right. And then, pwede siya sa Google Classroom, ma'am. All right. Okay, thank you for that. Sige lang. Pwede siya sa Google Classroom. To those who were able to take the exam last Monday, yung hindi pa nasira yung signal, how did they do it? Google Classroom lang ba? Paano nila ginawa? Okay, thank you for that. And then 1 p.m. 1 to 2:30 GE12. Sabay-sabay tayo, guys, ha. So, GE12, you can have yung GE12 na 2:30 to 4, you can also take it. Basta mga 1 to 4, yun ang schedule ng GE12. Yes, good evening. And then, Science 4 p.m. And then, Science 4 p.m. All right. So, yes, ma'am, Google Classroom lang. All right. Sige, Google Classroom lang. Anyway, so I would just open the Google Classroom. Is that how you did it last Monday? I would just open the Google Classroom and then after that, nagpasa po og link sa amo ang mga GC, ma'am. Paano, for example, magpasa og link sa GC. How about the permit? Kasi there was, what's this? Yung memo na of course we have to get the permit before giving you the exam. How did you do it, guys? Okay? So guys, you have to please be informed once you are given the exam, you have to send it back in 1 hour. Okay? So actually guys, hindi kayo lalampas ng 1 hour doon eh. So easy lang yung exam, especially now nag-attend kayo ng review, it's going to be a lot easier. Okay? So it's going to be a lot easier. Send lang namo ang permit sa Google Classroom, ma'am. Pwede sa ipasa sa GC or i-PM sa imuha, ma'am. Okay. Just PM Teacher Effie with your name and the subject and with the permit. Okay, just ganun lang siguro para at least we can answer what's in the memo. Like, just give the exam after the permit. Okay? And then I will give a special exam to those who will not be able to take, but of course with valid reasons. And then you know what is the valid reason or what are the valid reasons in our handbook. All right. Okay, sige. So guys, it would be a lot better. Original plan ko rin talaga is just to send me a message. Send me a message. And then the moment I give it to you, you have to send it back to me in 1 hour. Okay? So, yes, in less than 1 hour, I think you will be finished. So, matapos niyo siya in less than 1 hour, guys. So, my exam is not that hard. Okay? So, bakit natin pahirapan? Di ba? Ang buhay natin. All right. So, I think you will be given the score after. And then, once isang response lang po, you cannot take the exam again. Yes. Isang response lang. So, one time lang kayo. So, you cannot say, I will just open it again later. No, guys. All right? And then, parang naka-time pressure din siya. So, bilisan nyo lang. Ay, hindi naman yung talagang bilisan. All right? So, wag nyong bagalan na baka mamaya ma-close siya bigla and then hindi nyo pa nasagutan lahat. Pwede ba advance mag-send ng permit, ma'am, like tonight? Ay, wag kasi bukas na lang. Alright? So, bukas na lang. Isabay na lang. So, when you are ready to take the exam, send me. So, please attend the exam on your scheduled class. So, kapag scheduled class niyo sa akin is 1 to 2:30, so please send me the permit, okay, at 1. Yung ready ka na, I'll send it back to you. But, bigyan nyo ako ng grace period ha, baka mamaya kumain ako, nag-send kayo. So, just give me a 10-minute grace period. So, if you're ready to take the exam like 1 p.m. or 1:05, something like that, so you may send it 5 minutes before you're ready. So, just give me grace period. Do not expect that when you send the permit, I will send it immediately. So, baka mamaya sabay-sabay kayo guys mag-send. So, I'm the only one here. All right? So, I just hope it's clear. Just give me grace period. All right. So, good evening po. Yes, good evening. 1 hour lang po ng exam, ma'am. Kasi hindi siya umabot ng 100 items. Kaya nyo siya isagutan in 30 minutes. So, yun na nga, 1 hour, that's very extra na talaga. It's kind of long time na. Okay? Well, anyway, ang actual, you can take the exam in less than 30 minutes. Yes. Okay? So, do not, of course, you just have to, what's this? If you need time to think of the test, it's okay. So, aabutan kayo ng 1 hour. Pero kung dire-diretso kayo, guys, in 30 minutes, masagutan nyo siya. Okay? Kasi, when I check, ilang items lang yung GE12. I think it's only yung sinabi ko na 100, hindi pala kayo 100. Ang 100 pala is EL113. Yes, EL113 yung 100 items. And then, yung GE pala, it's only 65 items. Okay, originally, 65 items lang talaga sila. Alright? And then, let's have science, 70 items. 75 ang science. So, EL113, GE12, and science. And then, EL100 and EL106, so we'll have our review tomorrow. okay, an evening before to make it fair. And then I don't want to stay this long na to review everything. All right, so 30 minutes or less than 30 minutes lang yung review. Ngayon, so I'll start, matagal pa. Maybe I can start now. Andyan na ba yung mga GE? Andyan na yung mga GE students. I don't know if you're there already. So please inform them na I'm live now. I will start giving you, excuse me. I will start giving the review at 9:30. Paki-inform yung iba, guys. If you're there, please send them a message na nag-start na ako. So, in less than 30 minutes lang naman ito eh. Okay? Less or 30 minutes. So, I would just give you ano yung takbo, ano yung magiging takbo or possible na content ng exam natin. But of course, I'm not going to give you the exact exam, of course. So, I would just give you some hint. I would just give you some, like, idea on how will it go. Okay. So, multiple choice po lahat. Mayroong true or false, multiple choice pa rin. And then, merong identification, mga 5 items lang. It's supposed to be 15. Pero, nag-request kayo na i-lesson. O, sige, i-lesson natin. Parang 5 items lang yung yung identification, guys. So, the rest, multiple choice lang. And it's really easy, guys. Okay? Really easy. Ma'am, sana may GC ang mga GE students para iba yung... sorry guys. Na-explain ko na. Alam ko talaga yung mga hindi updated sa mga post ko. Alam ko talaga. Sinabi ko na how many times sa video lessons ko, I'm not into... You can have your own GC, but do not expect me to be active there. Guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's my personal choice too. That's why I have that GC. You can send naman the your concern. You can send me your concern, whatever is that concern. Sabi ko nga paulit-ulit, if I don't give you a reply, it means the answer of your concern is posted. Ganun lang, guys. Kaya sinasabi ko, from time to time, just keep posted. Be updated sa mga post ko. Especially doon sa mga naka-attention sa inyo. Okay? So guys, that's my personal choice and that's my right. I'm not so much sa Messenger. So I'm so sorry. All right? Okay. All right. Sige. That's not a problem. Mom, sana may GC. Okay, we can't have it. I really can't have it. Okay, so yan ang purpose ko. That's bakit may group tayo sa Facebook. In that manner lang ako makasend sa inyo ng mga announcement. Okay? Sometimes kasi maano na yung privacy ko if it's too much. Imagine niyo 200 plus students and then we'll be sending me messages from time to time. Okay, I don't have all the time in the world to answer those, like, Mom, di ako maka-exam, Mom, I don't have permit. Those are very easy things, and well, we have all the considerations in the world, guys, so you don't need to worry about those things. Okay, mga simple matters, so hindi niyo na siya kailangan na message. Again, just keep posted. Tingnan niyo yung mga post because nandun yung mga sagot sa mga tanong ninyo. Okay, so yung iba nire-replyan ko if yung sagot sa concern nila wala doon sa video lesson or wala doon sa post ko. Okay? Anyway, you can also post there sa sa Ma'am Effie virtual classroom of your question. You can post. Kasi approve ko siya o hindi eh. Okay? So, mag-notify yan sa akin, for example, you have that question and then that question is, for example, may concern ka. And then that concern, the possibility is magiging concern din yan siya ng iba. So, you can post it in Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom. Kasi bago yan siya mapunta sa wall, i-approve ko yan. So, it's up to me if I'll approve it or not, guys. Okay? So, if it really concerns everybody, so I have to post it so that the answer will also be given there. I mean, the answer will also be given to those who have the same concern. Did you get me, guys? So, I just hope it's clear. So, you prefer send or post your concern. Okay? So, kapag personal yan and then you post yun siya, of course, I have naman the mind not to approve your post but to give you answer there. Okay? Guys, honestly lang, I don't have this all the time in Messenger. Okay? So, mas ako sa group na Ma'am Effie's a virtual classroom. Mas open ako dyan. So, you can you can have your questions there. Ma'am, sana may GC. Okay po, Ma'am Ryan. Good evening, ma'am. All right. And then yung mga nagtatanong, ma'am, sana ibigay niyo na po yung power po, yung soft copy. 2 weeks ago pa nakapost na yung soft copy ng lesson natin. So it means minus. Not updated. Okay? Not checking my post. Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom is for educational purposes. So I just hope maging responsible tayo in checking. Okay? So minus, kasi magbibigay lang siya ng like, of course, it's a manifestation that you are not checking the post. Kasi yun ang class participation natin eh. Alright? So, ma'am, immediately mo ba i-send yung link ng exam, ma'am, pag once nag-send kami ng permit? Yes. Sabi ko kanina, give me 5 to 10 minutes grace period. I will send the link. Attend kayo ng exam sa schedule ng subject ninyo. So, science ka, Jason, no? Oh, GE. Kung GE ka, kung anong oras ng GE, for example, ang GE will be 1 p.m. tomorrow. So, please attend ka during sa klase natin, sa schedule natin. So, as I mentioned earlier, baka ngayon ka lang nakapasok, when you send a permit, give me 5 to 10 minutes grace period. It means, bigyan niyo ako ng allowance before I send it back to you. And of course, before I send it to you, and you have to send it back to me in 1 hour. Actually, yung exam ninyo, 1.5 hours siya eh. Pero, kasi honestly, actually, it will not take you 1.5 hours. Kasi short lang yung exam ko. Okay? So, there is no so much analysis. There is no essay. There is no reading like ang haba ng babasahin ninyo, then you are going. No, there will be no reading comprehension. So, it's not going to be that long. Sa group mo, send yung link. Ngayon na ito nakapasok si Brian Rivera. As I mentioned kanina, send me PM. Okay? So, no, I'm not into Messenger. Pero tomorrow, since it's the exam, of course, we have all this consideration. Okay? So, maybe that's how you do it. How are we going to do it? Kasi magiging individualized siya, guys. Magiging individualized siya kasi I have to check the permit. Yes. Tonight mo po pa i-announce yung execute sa example, ma'am. Thank you for, yes, 5 people will be exempted in taking the GE exam and 2 people will be exempted in taking the science exam. All right? So, you will know it before your schedule. Okay? So, tingnan ko, check ko mamaya. I-review ko pa kung tama na yung list ko na 5. Okay, babae yung pinaka-first talaga. Okay? Sige. I just hope okay na ang lahat. Ma-check ko na siya lahat. Thank you for that. What else? So, what are other questions? Again, send the permit on when you're ready to take the test because you have to give the response or the answer immediately. And then you cannot take the test again. Okay? What are you questioning? Aprilin Bukala, per schedule na ma'am? What do you mean by per schedule na? What do you mean by per schedule na Aprilin? What do you mean by that? Check natin yung mga comments dito. May mga comments pa dito. Ayan, andyan. Oh, right. Exempted sa isa hindi, mamaya or tomorrow morning. Kasi yung GE, walang exempted sa EL 113, lahat mag-take ng exam. Yung GE kasi 1 p.m. tomorrow, di ba? You can have the list of the names before the exam or mamaya. Ang sa akin na kasi, checking it again kasi yung iba nag-send doon sa efi.magataw@jmc.com. Tapos yung isa sa esmagataw nag-send. Okay, tatanggapin ko yon kahit saan basta nag-send. So, checking ako sa time. Double check ako sa time kung sino talaga yung nauna. Pero meron na akong sure na 2 na nauna. Okay? So, I will just post it later Pag ma-check ko na talaga, so later or early tomorrow. Okay. Alright. So, magandang gabi po, ma'am. Okay. Yes, magandang gabi. Elmarie Jane Papik. Good evening. Okay. Overall, yung 5 na excuse, ma'am, sa GE12 in any time po? Yes. Ay, hindi. Tama. Wait. The first 5 doon sa first GE. That's GE12. Tapos, GE12. I'm sorry. 1 p.m. Then, I'm looking at my schedule here. Andyan kasi sa wall ko. Alright. GE12, 5 lahat. Basta 5 lahat. First 2. Yes, overall, lahat. Sorry. 200. 5, 3. Sige lang, guys. Una-una talaga kayo, you will have it. Ma'am, yung iba sa amin, ma'am, nag-send sa aming folder at late na namin nalaman na Gmail pala i-send, kaya hindi na maaga yung pag-send namin kasi akala namin doon i-send po. Hehehe. Sa folder. Jason Pogong. It's okay, Jason. Madali lang din naman yung exam eh. Actually, kinonsider ko din pag medyo marami talaga, consider ko din yung sino yung up-to-date din talaga mag-submit ng mga requirements. Kasi meron talaga akong naka-note dyan na 3 students na right then and there magsisend agad. Yes, right then and there magsisend agad ng requirement. So, they're not waiting for like kahit walang consideration, send sila agad. Alright? So, kahit walang motivation, like walang condition, send sila agad. So, well, nauna din naman talaga sila in sending yung activity. And then, consistent sila doon. Okay? Just leave it to me, guys. Alright, then... Anong schedule ka, Aprilin? Anong schedule ka, Aprilin Bukala? Kasi yung iba kasi, kahit late yung schedule nila, nag-join sila sa earlier time. Okay? Just leave it to me, guys. Ako na bahala. Okay? So, nag-join sila sa earlier time. So, maybe some of them, they have the reason, hindi ko pa schedule, hindi muna ako mag-submit. Ako siguro mauna doon sa schedule namin, pero nag-join ka the earlier time. Okay? So, let us see. So, yung mga hindi pa nakakita sa folder, di ba, may post na ako dyan sa folder niyo sa Google Drive. May post na ako dyan, yung check the link, may link, tapos may invitation link, may meet link, doon yung i-check niyo siya. Okay? Saan kayo papasok? Palagi po ako nag-screenshot sa mga ginagawa ko, pero di ko ma-send. So, April, naka-join ka ng 7:30 to 9. Did you submit that? Kasi, pinakaunang nag-submit, hindi ko na muna i-mention. Of course, hindi ka, may nauna pa sa'yo. Na-screenshot ko na yun sila. Kasi, hindi pa ako tapos sa second period ko, nakasend na sila ng sagot. Okay, actually, ang dami na nila eh. Alright, so checking the time na lang ako. Maybe I would just give 2 or 3 doon sa ibang schedule. Kasi yung iba nagjo-join talaga earlier. Okay? Aprilin. May condition on or wala, you have to do those things talaga. And then may na-note ako ng mga students na ganon. Okay? Even without condition. Siguro kahit hindi ako magbigay ng condition na exempted sa exam, still they'll do it. Okay? Anyway. And then, hindi naman siguro big deal na hindi kayo ma-exempted sa exam. Kasi privilege lang naman yun eh. Okay? That's privilege. So, huwag walang walang sakit sa kalooban pag hindi ma-exempted sa exam. 65 lang po yung exam. 65 items. Okay? Alright. Sige. In 6 minutes, start na po tayo. Correct po. Sa ano yun? Correct po. Sa ano yung sinabi ko? Okay, thank you for that. Always updated. Yan! Andyan na si Portia May Manulat. So, Portia May, congratulations. You are one of the exempted. Exempted ka in taking the GE exam. Okay? So, Portia May, exempted ka. So, isa na yan siya. Thank you. Sana all, Portia. Ma-message yun. Alright, ako ma'am. Sige lang. Again, i-post ko lang siya, guys. Ha? Hindi ko na kayo maisa-isa ma-replyan dyan. Okay? Keep posted lang. You're welcome. Alright. So, I think... Okay. So, meron pa tayong 5 minutes, guys. Please tell other GE students to be here kasi wala akong soft copy na isi-send sa review. That's, of course, they can know now. This is just verbal, oral. Okay? So, sabihin ko lang. Babasahin ko lang. I will just give you these things. Okay. Alright. See ya. Check ko lang. We'll have 4 minutes. 4 minutes na lang. Again, guys, how many times will I tell you? Check po yung nasa announcement, guys. Yung mga hindi maka-access sa folder. Yung walang folder. Be sure lang na meron yung isa. Check niyo yung announcement, guys. Ano nakalagay. Na sinabi ko din, yung mga walang access, yung mga nawala ang folder, be sure lang na magawa niyo ito. Kasi I have to fix it. Kasi ano yung sikreto para hindi siya ma-delete? May nagsasabi sa akin, baka may nakadelete. Okay? Kasi may iba na umaamin din sa akin, ma'am, hindi ko sinasadya, na-delete ko yung folder ni blah, 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 blah. Okay, may ganon. Okay, so at least doon tayo sa Google Classroom, yun din na post ko, i-check nyo yung announcement, guys. Okay, I've been telling you this, and you can check the announcement. Andun, malaman nyo yun kasi bilog yung video ko, and then nag-share ako ng screen doon. Okay? Francis Solomon. So, check the announcement. Be sure lang na andun ka sa Google Classroom. Yun ang mas importante as of now kasi sa Google Drive, late ko na-realize na yung iba makadelete ng folder. Okay? Wala pa akong access or like parang code. Paano yan siya ma-private? Like, hindi private na hindi mo makita. Like, hindi talaga yung details, yung setting niya, yung hindi siya ma-touch, okay? Hindi siya ma-change. Alright, so, well, in 2 minutes, start na tayo. So, you just have to listen and you can take note of the things here, okay? So, please prepare your pen and paper. This is just giving you a reason for you to get better results or better score. Ma'am, wala po ako sa Google Classroom. Pwede po ba magpa-add mo? Hindi po ako nag-a-add, dear. May post po ako. Kayo po ang mag-check ng link. Mag-click ng link. Kasi once you click it, andun ka na, makapasok ka na, guys. So hindi ka na-update sa post. Matagal na yun. It was 3 weeks ago. Naka-post. Yes. 3 weeks ago pa yun. Check the link para ma-add ka sa Google Classroom. Hindi ako nag-a-add, but kayo ang papasok. Kasi open na yun eh. I send you the link already. So once you click the link, charang, you're in. Okay? Hindi po ako isa-isa na mag-add sa inyo, guys. Kayo ang mag-click. That will be a lot easier. Pag-click nyo, pasok na kayo. Kung updated kayo sa mga posts ko, as I always said, please keep posted. Okay? So yun po. Check the announcement. Yon, check the announcement. Sa Ma'am Effie Virtual Classroom, sa left side, Leia, andon yung announcement. Tapos, click mo yon, andon. Okay, paki-check lang sa Google Classroom. So, ma-add ka na. Alright. So, well, I think 1 minute na lang and we will start. Please prepare your pen and paper and you can take note these things. Okay? No regret, guys. You will thank me after. So, di kayo magsisi kung di kayo exempted sa exam. Okay? Alright. How long na nasira yung wifi ninyo? Kasi medyo matagal ko na na-post yun. Okay? So, you can check. You had enough time not to. So, how were you able to attend the class? The classes, Leia? How were you able to attend the class? Nag-data ka or what? Okay. Okay? So, sige, we'll just have your answer later. Okay. So, it was posted 3 weeks ago. And then, how about your classes? If wala kayong Wi-Fi? If you were not able to go online? So, you were not able to check the post in Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom when you were on data? Sige. Okay, guys, start na tayo. So, well, take note. So, have your pen and paper. And then, of course, this is a review, okay? So, guys, when we talk about literary genres and literary forms, and then the elements, so we have this. These are the coverage of our exam. So, when we say what's the author's statement or purpose, for example, the philosophy of the author or the attitude of life, this is like the overview of the whole thing. What do we call this? It is the author's statement of purpose of writing. This is the philosophy, and this is the attitude in life. So this is like the gist that you may be able to get in the composition, in the reading that you have. So that's what it's a theme, okay? It's a theme, guys. So the author's statement of purpose of philosophy. So that's theme. All right. And then how about, for example, I am the author of this composition. And then, of course, I have my way of choosing words. So what do we call this? Okay. What do we call this? I have my way. It's my unique way of choosing my words to put in my writing. We call it, what literary form is that? That is style. My style is a unique way of choosing words when I write what's this? A literary composition. Okay, so that is my style. Again, if I am the author and I have this unique way of choosing words to be in my literary work, that is what we call style. All right. And then this is a genre that is a brief narrative that focuses on one situation and involves 2 or 3 characters. Baliktad, yung name niya baliktad sa actual niya. Okay, so this is involves 2 or 3 characters, and then it focuses on one situation. What literary genre is this? This is short story. Okay, a short story has 2 to 3 characters and focuses on one situation. All right, and then we have here it refers to a collected oral or written works that depict a society's aspiration or belief. So that's the title of the subject. What is that? This is the story of man. This is written or oral. Okay, this is something that we appreciate. What is that? That is literature. Okay, all right, that's literature. And then we have, it is, okay, you know what is poetry, you know what is prose. So when we say prose, it is written in what? In paragraph form. Okay, no sound, no rhythm, no rhymes. Okay, that is prose. And when we say poetry, it is written with stanza, and it is written with lines, okay, measurement, and with rhymes, rhythm. Okay, poetry, take note of that. And then we have these 2 major forms of literature. We have the fiction and we have the non-fiction. So when we say fiction, of course, it is just from the author's imagination. So madaling sabi, gawa lang. It's not true. All right. And then when we say non-fiction, it talks about real events, real people, real situation, real, everything is real. It gives us facts. That is non-fiction. Take note of that. Okay. Now, what do we call this? An extended narrative. Gusto nyo nga ito noon eh. Ako gusto ko ito noon. Makapal yung book. Tapos, it's written in a thick book and then maliit lang siya. This is an extended narrative. This is a literary genre. All right. Extended narrative with complicated plot. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. We call it novel. Okay. So, that's novel. Take note of that, guys. And then we have another here. When we say perform on stage, it must be performed. There will be audience. There will be dialogue. Okay, I mentioned this during our lesson. That is drama or play. Okay, all right. So, well, don't be confused with that, guys. Then, when we say this is one of the non-fiction, it talks about one subject. For example, I will give you a subject, I will give you a topic, and then you are going to write something about it. You are going to bring out your idea. What is that? What element or what form is that? What literary form is that? When you are going to write about an idea, I'll give you a topic and you are going to develop your mind on that topic. You're going to put it into writing. May mga contest ng ganito sa school. So this is what we call essay. All right? So yes, that's an essay. All right? And then it is the prevailing mood of the story. What's the mood of the story? What do we call it? Mood of the story. Okay. So what do we call it? For example, when we talk about mood of the story, it's just like talking about our weather. What is that, guys? Okay. When we talk about mood of the story, what's the mood of the story? So we can imagine our present situation. We can talk about the atmosphere, all right? Our weather. So that is atmosphere. Okay. And then guys, why we call this genre? What do we mean by genre? What is this? What's genre? What's the answer? So genre what? It is what? Set of characteristics or qualities of any work. Okay? Or art of literature, or we say craftsmanship. All right, craftsmanship. So that is genre. So parang giving us, the genre of this is like this. The genre of this is like that. Okay. Yes, secret. Sige, secret din yung score mo, Francis Solomon. Secret din yan. Alright. Okay, secret is another way of saying, I don't know, Mom. I have no idea. Tama, Francis? All right. That's why I'm giving you this review so that ma-awaken yung mga natutulog na mga ideas dyan. All right. Okay. So, ano yung, anong tawag natin yung mga stories of magic? Walang number po. Walang number. Click nyo lang yung answer ninyo. That's it. Okay, yung mga stories with magic, magic, monsters, superpowers, or other things that do not exist in reality. What genre is that? What genre? What, what form? What literary work is that? Stories, we love it. Stories about magic like Merlin. Merlin. Okay. Yes, it is under fiction, pero what literary form? Yes, it's under fiction, Wendy. But to be specific, what is that? Stories with magic, monsters, superpowers. Yes, it's under fiction. Myth and legends. Myth talks about gods and goddesses. All right? Okay. Yes, that's it. Francis, now you know. Okay. So that's a fantasy. All right. Congratulations, Francis. All right. And then, stories with aliens. So, ito. Alam ko, maraming gusto nito. Stories with aliens, advanced technology, or futuristic weapon. Ano yon? Nagising, yes. Nagising si Francis. So, ano yon? Stories with aliens, advanced technology, or futuristic weapons. Oh, naibog ko sa kape. My goodness. All right. That's it. That is sci-fi. We love sci-fi. Diba? I love sci-fi. I know it's a fiction, pero we are entertained eh. Okay? So we are entertained of these things. Okay. So this is the flow. And then another, a type of writing written to encourage the feeling and create a thoughtful response. This type of writing often uses rhyme and rhythm to convey message. What is that? A type of writing that encourage feeling. O, diba? This is different from the other type. Kasi the other type is no art, no aesthetic effect. Pero ito, yes. Oh, dagdagan mo lang. Poem is just part of it. Okay, yes. Poem is just part of it. Wendy, Corina, lagay ko yung mga sagot nyo, be. Display ko yung mga sagot nyo, be. Alright. I-display natin yung sagot nyo. Okay, Francis. Bumida yung sagot mo. Alright. Yan. Okay, dagdagan nyo lang. Yes, Francis. Nauna ka o nagising ka because of the coffee. That's it. Poetry. It awakens our feeling. All right. Okay. So that is poetry. Poetry is the general term and poem is just part of it. Okay, guys? So umbrella yung poetry, guys. Kasi maraming poetry. We can have the haiku. All right? Poem is just part of the poetry. Okay, yes, that's poetry. Excuse me. Now, like, what is this? You are experiencing a piece of fiction that's being performed on stage. Oh, nasabi ko na pala ito kanina. Nabigay ko na yung mga ibang form. This one. Ito lang po. And then may isang poetry kayo dito na nakalagay and then you just have to read the poem and then there is a question. What does it mean? So you need to understand the poem and then analyze and then you just have to answer the question. I'm not going to read the poem anymore. So this is of course on the spot. Okay. All right. What else? Parang wala na. Ganun ako simple ang exam, guys. So basahin nyo lang yung poem, yun ang mga tapos you need to know the ode, lyric, haiku, ballad. Ihabol ko yung form mamaya, the soft copy of this para ma-check nyo. Ano yung lyric, ano yung haiku, ano yung ballad, guys. So take note of that. Ano yung elegy, nabigay ko po ito, the elegy, the ode, the satire. I was able to give this, guys. Paki-check ulit sa post ko, sa soft copy. So, all you need to do is read them. Feel na ko, mama, perfect ko. Yes. Oy, think positive. Yes. I think ma-perfect nyo ni siya. Parang, I nasisense ko na mga 95% sa inyo ma-perfect. Okay. What's simile? What's personification? So when we say simile, it is comparing two unlike things using like or as. When we say metaphor, same with simile, it is comparing two unlike things without using like or as. For example, her beauty is like, or her brain is like a sponge. Okay, it absorbs quickly. It's like. Okay, so that is simile because you compare the brain and the sponge. You compare the brain with the sponge. They are two unlike things. And in comparing them, you use like. Okay, so that is a simile. Now, if I'm going to say her brain is a sponge, it absorbs the information quickly. So I compare brain and sponge without using like or as. So that is metaphor. Okay. Simile or smile. Okay, that's it. Haiku poem of 17. Yes, very good. That's it, guys. All right. And then we have personification. This is giving attributes. All right. So this is giving attribute. Sandali lang, guys. Hindi ko matanggal na yung ano ni Francis. Yung comment niya sa baba. It's okay. Alright, so guys, when we say personification, it's giving attribute. For example, like bida ngayon si Francis, no? So as Francis passes by, the flowers are bowing, or the sky is crying. Oh, so you are giving the human attribute to inanimate things. Sky is crying. Of course, crying is an attribute of a human, and you're giving it to inanimate thing. So that is personification. Okay? Then, of course, the characters, the protagonist, the antagonist, like the round character, the flat character. Okay, that was given to you. So please take note of those things, guys. And then we have Solomon. Hindi ko ma-answer, Francis. Hindi ko maalis yung post mo. Wait lang. I will just find your... Hindi ko siya maalis. Yung poetry, essay. Saan na ito? Andyan pa rin siya sa screen. Okay, nawala na ako, guys. Hindi ko ma-hide. Right, mag-show na lang ako ng bago. The cloud is crying. The sky is crying. Okay. Oh, dito pala. Alright. Alright. Yes, that is an example of like personification. Okay. So, that's it. And then another thing, yung plot, yung setting, what is what is character, what is falling action, what's climax. Okay, hindi na natin isa-isahin yun, guys. At least, ito yung lalabas. Alright? What's conclusion, what is falling action, what is that? What are those things? So, take note of those. And then yung conflict. Ano itong person versus themselves? What's the situation? Person versus society. Okay? And then, ano pa? Theme. Okay? What's the noma? And then, the character that revolves around is the character of the story that revolves around. What is that? Okay? What is genre? Genre is created is what? Alright. So those are the things, guys. First person point of view. Okay, so we have the point of view, the first person, the second person, the third person. You must know what's first person, you must know what's the second person, and the third person. Okay, yun lang po, guys. We're done. Okay, so the remaining minutes bago ako mag-start sa EL 113 question, guys. Yes, the exposition, study those things, guys. Nabigay ko na pala, I forgot. Na-send ko na pala yung forms like novel, yung satire, nabigay ko na yon. Check niyo lang, okay? Omniscient point of view. Yes, you have that. Okay, ano pa? Yun lang po. So, mas pipiliin nyo na to take the exam. Portia, just try to take the exam, Portia. Okay, just try to take the exam. Even you're exempted already. So, di kayo mas sad. No big deal pag hindi kayo ma-exempted sa exam. Alright. So, mag-send ng exam, ma'am. Saan ka mag-send? As I mentioned earlier, kapapasok mo lang, Solomon. Francis, hindi. As I mentioned earlier is that, kasi individualize yung permit eh. Kasi kapag i-post ko siya sa GC, ganito, how will I do this? Hindi ko din ma-check yung time. So, individualize ko talaga. I have no choice but opening my messenger tomorrow and send your permit to my messenger and just give me 5 to 10 minutes grace period para ma-send ko sa inyo yung exam. And make it short, guys, na you will send it back to me within 1 hour. Okay? So, hindi na natin paabutin ng 1.5 hours kasi short lang masyado. Pwede ko pa itong dagdagan ngayon. Pwede ko itong gawing 100, guys. Ano man. Hindi pa ako nag-post. I-post ko lang siya, Margaret. Hindi ko siya sasabihin dito. Kasi i-check ko pa yung time kasi nag-scatter yung submission. May walang problema kahit saan sinubmit. May nag-submit sa Google Drive, may nag-submit doon sa Google Classroom, and then may nag-submit sa akin sa Messenger. So yun ang parang nagbigay sa akin ng hard time to check the time. It was my mistake kasi kinulang ako in giving the instruction. Yun ang minsan dapat ma-check ng teacher. Okay? Live yun eh. Kasi yun talaga yung live. Hindi na, pag post wala na. Okay? Natural things come out lang talaga. So, hindi ko na ibigay yung kung saan siya i-post. Okay? So, it was my mistake. So, I have to sacrifice now. Well, anyway, it's no big deal. It's not big deal naman. Okay. May naka-note na din ako na 3 na ma-exempted sa exam. Actually, guys, no big deal pa rin talaga if you are not exempted. Kaya huwag kayong mag-alala. Don't worry if you are not exempted. Kasi privilege lang naman yan siya eh. Everybody naman talaga need to take the exam. Sa akin lang is to give you encouragement and motivation. Yun lang naman eh. Okay? As I mentioned before pa, nasisend ko po yan sa Messenger. Hindi nyo makita na scene kasi hindi nire-replyan. I can send you a proof. Andun sa anak ko yung cellphone. Masin yan. Try nyo. Yung message request, makita yan siya, ma-view po yan siya. Pero pag hindi siya replyan, yung sender, hindi niya alam na na-scene pala yun. Malaman nyo lang na scene kapag re-replyan. Okay? Yun siya. Alright? So, we still have 8 minutes. Again, yung exempted, i-post ko lang. Hindi po, Teacher Effie, wag po sa PEPS. Hindi ko kayo papansinin doon. Teacher Effie. Okay? Sorry kung minsan yun ang ginamit ko kasi isang gadget sa Teacher Effie, isang gadget sa Pepay. So, kung ano yung nahawakan ko, yun siya kasi ang makapost doon sa Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom. Pero ang ginagamit ko na account sa inyo is Teacher Effie. Okay? Teacher Effie po talaga. So, doon kayo mag-send sa akin ng permit, guys, ha? And then just give me grace period. Kasi baka mamaya, 20 kayo lahat sabay-sabay nag-send. So, individualized na lang talaga siya, guys, kasi para ma-check talaga yung permit. Well, sana all maraming sponsor, okay? Okay, gadget. No big deal. Kaya pala, ma'am, sa Pepipes ako nag-send, ma'am, counted pa rin yun, ma'am, yung sa activity. Sige, counted pa rin siya, pero for now, don't send a message there. Only sa Teacher Effie na account, okay? So, consider ko muna ngayon. No big deal. No worries. No problem. Google Classroom ako nag-send. Yes! Google Classroom. Randy, parang 50-50 ka exempted eh. Okay? I-check ko lang ulit mamaya. Kasi parang may naunap sa'yo na few seconds. Okay, Randy. Check lang natin mamaya, Randy, ha? Kung exempted ka ba, check natin. 50-50 ka dyan. Na-note ko na yung mga pangalan sa mga nauna, guys. Okay? Bakit Wendy? Sabi ko nga, i-consider ko pa. Pero, ang dami pong nagsisend na nauna. Tingnan lang natin talaga kung nauna ka talaga. Pero bakit kayo mag-worry? Okay, bakit kayo mag-worry? Exam is very easy. It's really part of your life. Privilege lang yun. Okay? Yes, it was just a chance given to you, not permanent. Okay. But I know, of course, malesen yung burden ninyo. Yes, of course. Lahat po ng quiz, ma'am, attendance, and mga requirement ko po, ma'am, ay nasa folder ko po. Yes. Okay, Melanie Jimenez. Alright. Okay. Okay. Sa Messenger ako sa Teacher Effie. Yes, Teacher Effie. Kasi kapag itikit ko kasi yung teacher, one word, kapag i-one word ko siya, di siya tatanggapin ni Facebook. Sana ma'am na lang ako, no? After 2 months ko pa siya ma-change to Ma'am Effie eh. I'll just change it to Ma'am Effie. Okay. Thank you po, ma'am. Good news sa mama ko po. Good news sa mama mo, so more allowance to come. Ganon, Portia. More allowance to come. Okay. Okay, guys. So, we have 5 minutes na lang and then EL113 ako. So, actually, guys, you can stay there or you can go. Okay? So, the remaining time, ano na EL113 na. Okay, sa Google Drive po, ma'am. Okay. Guys, limited lang yung exempted, ha? Huwag kayong, don't think na kayo lahat exempted. No, chosen one. Okay? May criteria tayong pina-follow para makuha natin sino yung exempted. Huwag lang magalit. Okay? Pag hindi exempted, nagsabay kasi sa online job ko, ma'am. Kaya nag-expect ako na ma-excuse din. Hehe, thanks, ma'am. Magsabay sa online job ang ano. Usang medial. Usang medial, Randy. Medial, remedial sa unsa. Dili na mag-remedial, wala naara man sa Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom tanan. So you can visit the Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom, guys. You can check there. Andun lang lahat. So walang remedial. Walang remedial, prelim pa tayo, guys. Anong remedial? Parang lottery yung magiging exempted. Aw. Mang, maparemedial ka. Nagkay kasi ng online job. When the exam, ma'am, sabay kasi ng online job ko. Yung exam, madali lang siya. GE? Well, you really have to take it. You have to, 30 minutes lang siya or like our 1 hour or less lang siya, Wendy. Okay? So there are so many ways how to kill a rat. Rat talaga. Okay, ma'am, noted. All right. So there are so many ways, guys, to kill a rat po. Okay? So find ways. BDO, find ways. All right. Okay, ma'am, noted. Ma'am, yes. Okay, nagasakay isa. So wala na, guys. You have 3 minutes and then mag-EL113 na ako if you're here. And guys, you can stay there or you can leave. Okay? So thank you so much. You don't need to say bye anymore. It's okay. Immediately leave, it's fine. Okay. Yes, the folder is there. Nag-exist pa. Pero yun nga lang, hindi ko pa na-set or hindi ko pa nakuha yung code. As I mentioned kanina, this is the third time na mention ko kayo. Paano siya ma-set na hindi siya ma-delete ng iba? Kasi aminado naman yung iba na nadi-delete nila, hindi nila sinasadya. Okay lang yon. Kaya may post ako doon sa announcement sa left side ng Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom. Paki-check po. Kung wala pa kayo sa folder, hindi kayo makagawa ulit, just make it sure na okay doon sa classroom ninyo. Okay? Kaya shorten, one of the reasons, guys, bakit hindi siya umabot o shorten or madali yung exam is you can take it, excuse me, hindi kayo aabutan ng mahabang time nun in answering, guys. Okay? So, kasi ang allowance niyo sa exam is 1.5 hours. Pero yung exam ko, makaya niyo siyang sagutan in 30 minutes. Alright? So, yes, yung GE sa Thursday, yung nakaschedule sa Thursday, you can take it tomorrow if you want. Via, you can take it tomorrow, sabay sa GE, you can if you want. But I will still give you, kasi kapag may conflict, okay lang. So, you can have it on Thursday at 7:30 to 9. May GE kasi ako tomorrow, 1 to 2:30 and 2:30 to 4. Okay, so you can take the exam tomorrow too. Again, once nyo lang ma-access ang exam po. So, one response lang yun. 1 minute pa shoutout ako, ma'am, subscriber here. Kapwa vlogger din. Hey, thank you, ma'am, sa review. Talaga, Jason Punggong, anong content mo? Anong content mo, Jason? Okay. Alright, so okay na tayo doon via. So you can take tomorrow if you want. So if there will be conflict, you can have it on Thursday. Out. Go was giant. All right. So, guys, thank you so much. So, I think we have enough time for your concern. And then EL113 na po ako ngayon. Okay? So, guys, thank you. Biking content niya, ma'am. Ma'am, recorder ni. Isang recorder ni. Naka-record ni. Randy, naka-record ni siya. Di ni siya mawala. You can go back to this video. What do you mean by recorder ni? Recorder ni or recorded ni? Klaro ha. Recorder ni or recorded? Sige, recorded. Yes, recorded ni siya. Tingnan nyo, YouTube yan ni. Nakabi mo sa YouTube. Okay? So, di na ako siya i-delete. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, Via. Okay? Thank you. Yes, thank you too. All right, so it's 10 p.m. I'm waiting for my EL113 students. If you're there, just go out. Yes, you're welcome. Recorded katulgon na, ma'am. Sorry. Okay. Technical error. Okay, so God bless sa exam niyo tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Okay, i-post ko ito, Portia, ha? All right. Thank you so much for that. Okay, bye, everyone. So, yes, you're welcome. You can go out. You don't need to say bye. Just leave. I will understand. Okay? So, it's okay. So, please, EL113, if you're there, say present. Good night. Good night, everyone. Sleep na kayo. Exam pa tomorrow. 10 na. Okay, yes. You're welcome. EL113, are you there? EL113. So, yes, guys. Thank you, too. It's already 10 p.m. I just hope andito yung EL113. If you're there, guys, we have to start. I need to start. So 10 p.m. is for EL113. Let me check. It's fascinating how different people can think about someone at the same time. 9:30, EL113. Yes, EL113. Okay, yes. Luchi May Palban, di ba science ka? Pwede kang bumalik mamaya at 11. Kasi 11 yung... pero kung naka-wifi ka, okay lang. Ay, 10:30 pala. 10:30 ang science 2. Okay, 10:30. Science 2. Luchi May? Alright, thank you guys. So, EL113, are you there? This review at 10 is for you. Okay, Donna is there. Yes, Donna. Okay, so Donna is there. Let's wait for others. Okay, Luchime, naka-wifi ka, Luchime? Okay lang kung andyan ka hanggang matapos ako. So, mura ba kung sa Bisaya pa, unungi ko. Stay there. Okay. So, ang science mamaya pa 10:30 ha, but you can stay there, Luchi. So, Donna is here. Okay, sino pang andyan? EL113, wala na. Donna, paki-message sila, Donna. Kasi hindi ako magbibigay ng soft copy nito. This is just a review. I was just giving you, I'm just giving you, I will give you the flow. I will just give you an idea kung gaano kahirap or gaano ka-easy yung exam. Yes, thank you, Lochi May. Spending time with me. Thank you. All right. Sige. Go. Okay po, ma'am. Thank you, Donna. So, actually, parang 10 or 15 minutes, okay na tayo doon. Sige. Open ko na lang sa inyo muna. EL113. Dahil lang ha. Sige lang, Donna, start tayo with or without them. Sige lang Don. Nag-announce na ako, so they know about it. It's okay if they will be here or not. Total, naka-record naman ito eh. Okay, so Ansomoza is there. All right. Okay, so let's go. Naka-record ito, so you can go back to this, guys. Okay, so, well, anyway, hindi naman masyadong marami yung na-cover natin. So, we have the prescriptive grammar, we have descriptive grammar, we have the pedagogical, the functional. Okay, it's more on giving you the situation, and then you are going to analyze the situation. All right, so that's for the EL113 assessment tayo, learning, ano pa, teaching grammar, and it's not only teaching grammar or teaching in general, but of course nakaano doon yung teaching grammar. Okay, teaching and assessment of the grammar. All right, so, well, take note on Donna and Ansomoza. By the way, you are going to take the exam tomorrow at 7:30, right? So, well, just send me your individualized po yung pag-send natin ng exam kasi I receive a memo or we receive a memo. Now, we have to get your permit. So, if I'm going to send the exam in general or I mean in public, so paano natin ma-access yung permit? Okay? Paano natin maano yung permit, guys? And paano ko yun makuha? So, individualize. Ang maganda lang din sa inyo kasi konti lang kayo. So, send me a message po tomorrow at 7:30 or 8. Okay lang yun. Within that hour, okay lang. If it will be 8 a.m., okay lang. Just give the exam back to me. Okay? Within an hour or 1.5 hours. Okay? And you can take the exam once lang. Once nyo lang po siya ma-access. You cannot reopen it. So once you open it, yun na po siya. Okay? So you can have it again. So once lang siya ma-open. So again, guys, send me the permit tomorrow when you're ready to take the exam. Pero give me grace period like 10 minutes kasi baka mamaya nagsabay also. When I say grace period, give me allowance. So, if you send it and for ngayon, pag hindi pa ako talaga naka-send back sa inyo or naka-reply, hintayin nyo lang hanggang 10 minutes, guys. Okay? So, I just hope it's clear. Okay, so what will be the content of our exam? So, please take note. We have the descriptive grammar, prescriptive grammar, functional, okay, Alberto Orenciada. All right. We have the functions of, I'm sorry, mali yung binasa ko. So, we have this, I removed the questions about JMC kasi yun na lahat ng questions sa ibang subjects. So, approaches, methods, procedures, and techniques in teaching grammar. Grammar translation, direct method, audiolingualism, presentation, practice, and production. Okay, so guys, I will just give you, of course, like an idea and an overview of what will be or what's the flow of the exam. So, for example, we have this one. You are given a situation or question, and then you are going to analyze it. For example, what do you call this, guys? A system of language analysis that recognizes the relationship among the variation elements of sentence and among the possible sentence of a language and uses process of rules, some of which are called transformation to express this relationship. This is in general teaching grammar. Okay, so this is one of the approaches. So take note, guys, of universal grammar, descriptive grammar, transformational grammar, and prescriptive grammar. That is transformational grammar. Okay, take note. Take note, a system of language analysis. Okay, may wala siyang space. a system of language analysis that recognizes the relationship among the various elements of a sentence and among the possible sentences of a language and uses processes or rules, some of which are called transformation, to express this relationship. So that is an example of transformational grammar. Okay, so take note of this, guys. I hope you have your pen and paper there to take note of these words. So, universal grammar, hindi ko ito na ibigay sa inyo, but this is one of the approaches, methods, procedures, and techniques in teaching grammar. So we need to know the kinds of grammar so that we may be able to adjust ourselves or our techniques or methods to teach them. So that's transformational grammar. And then another, there are items that like a situation. For example, most of the students fail to submit their work on time. They complain that the task assigned to them is too difficult, okay, to accomplish. So this is under the assessment, guys. So what do you think the teacher should do? Okay, so this is under assessment. So for example, what are you going to do? For example, again, basahin ko ulit. Most of the most of the students fail to submit their work on time. They complain that the task assigned to them is too difficult to accomplish. What do you think the teacher should do? So what do you need to do? Give penalty to the students? Of course not. So, of course, compensate the students with the easier assignment? No, of course not. Help the students to solve the problem? Or review the materials for better understanding? What do you think is the answer? That is part of the assessment, okay? So review the material for better understanding. Of course, just like this now, I am reviewing these things for better understanding and for you to have better scores. Okay, then another. Structure or grammar is not given separately in English class because the English subject emphasizes the communicative competence. What should the teacher do to help students to have difficulties in grammar? Exercise in grammar or given for a homework. Grammar is explained intensively in the classroom. Or grammatical feature is explained when students ask the teacher to. And then grammar is not necessary to competency-based curriculum. So grammatical feature is explained when students ask the teacher to. Okay, so these are one of the situations, okay, hypothetical questions that you need to analyze kasi you need to evaluate. This is higher order thinking skills. You are going to evaluate, okay? Kasi siguro naka-undergo na kayo ng demo teaching or what, so maybe makarelate na kayo nito. Okay, and then another is what is genre-based approach. What is grammar-based approach? What are those? Like that. And then, ang daming situations dito, guys. Pero hindi ko nabasa lahat. At least, binigyan ko lang kayo ng idea. 70 items kayo, guys. EL 113. It's supposed to be 85. Pero nagkamali ako kanina kasi kinuha ko yung form ng EL 113. I forgot to save a copy. Doon ako nag-edit, nag-remove ako ng item. Nakalimutan ko mag-save ng copy. So, ang tendency, guys, na lessen yung item and then I couldn't find it anymore. Yung hindi na siya ma-undo. So, instead na 80 lang, naging na 70 items na lang siya kasi pag ito pala yung Google form, pag mag-delete ka na, hindi na siya ma-undo. Hindi siya mabalik. So, nagkamali ako kasi gumawa ako ng isang exam sa ibang subject. Ginamit ko yung template nyo. Mark, kuha sa good Mark. My God. Kuha sa Mark. Ginamit ko ito as template. Yun nga lang, I forgot to save another copy. Kaya, parang on your side, magiging, good news sa inyo. Okay, kasi naging 70 items na lang siya. Instead na 85. Na-delete ko, ang dami ko na-delete. Umabot na lang siya ng 35 eh. 35 items kasi nag-delete ako, tinanggal ko yung mga hindi related, of course. Which is, I think, parang 3 lang yung teaching approach ang related. 3 lang yung question na related. So, nag-delete ako, guys. Oh my God, hindi ako nakasave ng copy. Ginawa ko siyang template. O kaya, gumawa ako ulit. Okay, yes, multiple choice. Walang fill in the blanks. Yun, natanggal ko yun siya. Hindi ko na siya binalik, guys. Kaya, lucky you. Instead of 85, naging 70 na lang. Actually, 71. Pero I'll only count 70. 71 ang dito. 71 points. Okay, pero may mga situations dito na 3 points, 2 points. So, kung i-count niyo yung items, hindi talaga siya umabot ng 70. Pero ang points ang umabot ng 70. Okay. Yes, Ann. Multiple choice lahat. Okay lang ba yun? Okay. Alright. So, multiple choice lahat. Alright. Take note of cognitivist. I know you know this. Humanism, sociocultural. Ito yung parts of, kasali siya sa approach. Okay? Referring to language. Okay? In teaching language. Cognitivist, humanism, sociocultural behaviorists. Alberto, okay. And then direct method, audiolingual method, task-based method, and then grammar translation method. So, which method belongs to behaviorist theory of learning? So, ano kaya yun? So, method belongs to behaviorist theory of learning. You can take note of that. And then, according to what method, like, one of the important goals is to be able to translate one language into another language. What is that? And you know what? The answer is the word itself. Okay? Right. So, ganun lang yung exam, guys. And then, yung ibang items ko, siningitan ko ng mga pictures para hindi naman masyadong boring. Kasi honestly, maraming situational, maraming hypothetical. Yun yung mga nagbibigay sa inyo ng 2 points or 3 points. So, nilagyan ko ng picture yung test paper ninyo. May mga pictures. Hindi lahat ng items. Pero may mga pictures kasi. You know what? Sometimes yung sagot, sometimes yung clue, yung picture, clue siya sa sagot eh. Okay? Yeah, so namanap talaga ako ng picture na it will give you clue. Okay, for better understanding. Alright, so andyan yan. Natawa ako sa mga picture na isiningit ko, guys. Clue siya actually sa mga sagot. Alright, ayan. So, ouch, my God. Okay, so yun lang po. Situational. And then, ano yung PPP? Okay. So, there are questions about PPP. Ano yung TTT, PPP, SSS? Okay. Ano yun siya? Communicative approach. That is a really big part, or it plays a big part in teaching grammar, guys. Communicative approach, audiolingual method. Take note of these things. The grammar translation method. All right. So these are the things. The natural approach, the task-based learning. The lexical syllabus, the translation approach. Take note of that. Inductive and deductive and reductive. Take note. What is inductive? You know that? What is this? From specific to general and from general to specific. Okay? So we have that approach, guys. Okay? And in teaching grammar. And then, another dito is, dalawang choices lang. May situation and then i-identify nyo lang siya if it is descriptive or prescriptive. Like, avoid blah, 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 descriptive, blah, 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 descriptive. Okay, for example, omit contractions. Ano yan siya? Descriptive yan siya or prescriptive? Yung ganon. So, may mga choices. Okay? And then take note also of validity, self-evaluation, and then reliability. Take note, what is that? That is under assessment. Peer evaluation. So, just know them, guys. Okay? And then, ano yung summative assessment? Ano yung alternative assessment? What are those? What are the correct steps of creating rubrics? What is rubrics? And what's the importance of rubrics? Okay, part ng assessment yun. Okay? And then we have questions. Of course, number 1 ng part of assessment is or are questions. Okay? And then, anong assessment? What is assessment? Anong characteristic ng assessment? Okay? So, actually, hindi naman maraming items for this one. I'm just giving a few of everything. Okay, learning for collaboration. There is a collaboration in teaching. That is one of the approaches. And then, yun. What is suggestopedia? What is audiolingual? What is structural approach? What is communicative language approach? Okay. What is CLT? CLT is communicative language approach. Again, CLT is communicative language approach. And then you have there, paano ituro yung grammar? Okay. Actually, may ano dyan, guys. May mga choices lang. So, how are you going to teach grammar? Then, audiolingual. And then, yes, ano na yung audiolingual. And then, yun lang guys. The rest are situational or hypothetical. Wala siyang fill in the blanks. Ito, yun yung una kong na-delete kanina, guys. Tanga minsan. Okay, nakakalimutan. Okay, using your exam as template without saving another exam, another copy. So, kaya yun. Okay, hindi ko na ano. Alright, okay. So, well, guys, yun lang po, guys. Do you have any question? Any question? Guys, tomorrow, please, 7:30 ha, 7:30. When you're ready to take the exam, send me the permit and I'll give you the link of the exam. Okay? I'll give you the link of the exam and you have to send it back to me immediately. 1 hour. Kasi kaya nyo siyang sagutan in less than an hour. Okay? So, 1 hour to 1.5 kasi 1.5 yung exam talaga. So, it's okay lang. And again, guys, don't forget, isang beses lang po siya ma-access. So, once you open it, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-close kasi you cannot open it again. Okay? How, what, Giant? O, sige, wanna say hi to them, Giant? Say hi to them. Oh, you say hi, don't be shy. Don't be shy, Giant. Giant, say hi. Milky. Out. All right. So, well, thank you so much, Anne. You're there. Sheng and Donna. So, tatlo lang kayo. Tatlo lang pala kayo. Okay. So, I still have 9 minutes para mag-chika-chika sa science students ko. So, thank you, Donna. If you have other questions, you still have 5 minutes to ask me question. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome, Donna. Hindi anak na George pa. Yes, thank you. So, hi JM. Oh, hi JM daw. You say hello. Hello, Ate Sheng. Hi, Ate Sheng.
Hi, Ate Sheng.
I miss you daw, ingon ni Ate Sheng.
Hi.
Sleep na, anak? Alright, so Big Boy, oh yes, Big Boy na just turned 6 last Saturday. Tangkad na siya. Murag mo tupong nga ni sa kuan next year siya. Okay, Donna, I think wala na po akong question, ma'am. You think so? Alright, thank you. Big Boy ka na. Ayaw pag ana-ana. Ayaw pag ana. Don't be like that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Donna. So, kasi mag-science na din ako. Alright, guys. If you have questions, you still have 2 minutes. Permit lang, guys. Ay, don't be like that, anak ba? I told you, don't be like that. Huh? Okay, we still have 6 minutes. 6 minutes for our science. All right. Thank you. Mag-early sleep na sok. Yes, kasi early exam tomorrow. Good night, guys. It's 10:30. You need to wake up early tomorrow. Hello, science kids, science people. Masyak na lang ka, ma'am. Nag-uyab-uyab. Ay, na! Ayaw, gina siyang. Nakaya ba na?
Mama!
Hello, ma'am. Okay, science. Siva's diary. Is it science? Siva's diary. Good evening. Yes po, ma'am. Luchime. We will start 10:30, guys. Hintayin natin sila. Kung may question kayo, guys, leave it here po. Sige, mag-question na mo. Si Govia Hannah Joy. Anak, stop disturbing us, anak. Sige, you can leave question, guys. Napatay na si Nairobi? Napatay na? Sherry May sa Malinab. Yes, good evening. Ayaw lagi, anak. Tayo natin yung iba, guys. Start tayo 10:30. Sige na, enough na. You just want to see yourself on screen. Yun lang yun. Okay, basa. Okay. Ayun na. Sige, kung salad dito, be. Sige na. Buta lang siya sa gamay nga bowl. Nasa Ate Vanjie dito.
That's Tito Mark na lang. Tito Mark. Pagko daw.
Inya na lang, kaya mag-review pa ko. Ako na lang. Okay, so we'll start in 3 minutes. I'll tell you the items and of course I'll give you an idea what its content. Enough na. Enough na. Good evening. Mag-on mic and saan, ma'am? Mag-on cam and mic tayo. Saan? Sa exam? Is it really necessary? Di siguro, guys.
Wala naman.
Okay, sige, sasagutan ko yan lahat in 30 minutes. Sige, leave niyo yung mga questions niyo. How long ang exam? Pila ka items ang exam? Mag-on cam or mic cam ba tayo? I think no, kasi one gadget lang yung gagamitin ninyo as you mentioned, okay? How long po tayo mag-take ng exam? Yes, that's really part of our session ngayon. Okay, salamat po, ma'am. Okay, yes, I'll start in 2 minutes. Do you hear me there? Enough na ba?
Kahit kayo na si Gandia na bodyguard ba?
85 items tayo, science tomorrow. 85 items. Pero yung number of items talaga, hindi siya umabot ng 85. Hindi siya 85 items, 85 points. Okay, guys? 85 points kasi may number na 3 points. Kasi bakit? Situational siya or hypothetical. Okay, mag-start na tayo in 1 minute. Alright.
Halapan, baya ko lang dua.
Okay, so let's go to your questions, guys. You have there the question. Okay. Ma'am Effie, pila ka items ang exam for Science 2 po, ma'am? Actually, 85 points siya. If you're going to count how many items, hindi po siya umabot ng 85. Bakit siya umabot ng 85 points? Kasi there is an item or there are items na consist ng 2 points or 3 points. Kasi situational or hypothetical. You are going to evaluate the question. You're going to evaluate the situation and you have to choose among the choices, of course, what is the best statement that will answer to that okay, that item. So again, 85 points siya, but if you're going to count everything, hindi po siya umabot ng 85. Umabot na siya ng 85 kasi yung isang item 3 points, yung isang item 2 points, yung another isa 3 points siya ulit. Okay? Yon. So that's the first question. And then another question is, mag-on and come and mic tayo, ma'am. Is it during the exam? For me, no need to take to, hindi naman sinabi or parang logically sinabi din kahapon na isa lang yung, of course, karamihan sa inyo, isa lang yung gadget na ginagamit. So, for example, mag-on cam tayo, mag-on mic kayo. Paano yung, wala namang sinabi, walang memo na ganun. Pero, yun din ang logic eh. If you're using only one gadget, so how are you going to do it? So, it's not that easy. So, majority of you or majority of the students, bakit pala? Ano palang style ng iba? Nakatake na ba kayo ng exam, guys? Paki-comment daw, guys. Nakatake na ba kayo ng exam? Sa ibang subject? How did you do it? Did you, are the teachers requiring you to turn on your microphones or your cam? Kasi for me, logically, tama yung idea kahapon ni, I forgot kaninong idea yon. Na ma'am, what if isa lang yung gadget namin? We cannot have this two. Like, mag-on and then mag-take ng exam. Okay? Alright, so yun lang. And then, how long po tayo mag-take ng exam po? Okay, ganito yun, guys. You're going to take the exam sa time natin. 4 to 5:30 tayo, di ba? 4 to 5:30. So, send me your permit. Okay, send me your permit at 4 p.m. Or kahit wala pang 4 p.m. Just give me grace period, guys. Alright? So, when I say grace period, for example, na-send nyo na ang permit ngayon, give me an allowance of 5 to 10 minutes para maibigay ko sa inyo yung exam. And then, guys, you are going to give it back to me within 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Kasi hindi siya dapat lalampas, guys. Okay? And then once you open it, you cannot reopen it. Once you open it, guys, and then you close it, you cannot reopen it because you are only given one chance to open it. So once you open it, diretso kayo answer. And then, wag niyong hintayin na abutan kayo ng time kasi baka ma-close siya. So, baka ma-close siya, hindi niyo masagutan. So, do not delay, guys. As much as possible, just answer them immediately and take note of the 1.5 hours to send it or to submit it. Okay? So, submit niyo siya agad. And right then and there, you will know your score. Okay? So you will know score kasi ando na yung yung ando na yung answer niya. Okay, i-check na siya ng system. Alright, ano pang tanong? Ano pang tanong natin dyan? Wala na, mag-start na tayo. Actually, I will just give you an idea what's the content of the exam. It's more on hypothetical, okay? So, take note of these things. Isend ko pa ito sa inyo mamaya. Ito. But I know you have a copy. Naging lesson natin ito last sem. Yung teaching approaches and methods. Ano yung teaching approach? Ano yung method? Ano yung technique? The teaching approach is the subjects in the K-12 curriculum, the different methods of teaching. So we have this. This will be part of the exam, okay? So paano kung nawala ng internet connection in the middle of answering? Oh my God, you need to be ready. You need to be ready. So for example, nawala kayo ng pero guys, yung lang siya nangyari, yung Tuesday, pero maayos naman daw. I just hope na maayos na talaga. So you must be ready, guys, if that thing happens. So, sige, let's cross the bridge when we get there. Okay? So, that is, medyo hindi natin seldom or like, it's the least thing na mangyari. Okay? So, okay. So, for example, nawala kayo. Nawala. Hindi nyo na siya ma-open. Just provide all the proofs that you have na na-disconnect kayo. Okay? Yun lang din naman ang sinabi or nabasa ko kahapon na proof. You have to provide proof. Okay? And then i-validate natin kung valid, of course. Okay? I-validate lang namin. Alright, so, okay. Again, guys, send me your permit tomorrow sa Teacher Effie, guys, sa Teacher Effie. Though hindi ako masyadong sa Messenger, pero, anong tawag natin dito? Oh, sorry, guys. Tomorrow is an excuse. I mean, for myself. I will open my Messenger. Pero be sure lang masendan nyo ako ng message nyo, yung email address ninyo. I mean, mga hindi lalampas ng 4:15. Okay? Sige. And then submit the exam within 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Okay, guys. So, how are we going to run our test exam? So, I will just give you some of the items. I mean, the situation or a hypothetical. Okay. So, OBE, of course, we have OBE, guys. Question is, what are the key issues in OBE? Wait lang. Okay, one question here. What are the key issues in OBE? You are going to check all the possible correct answers. When we say OBE, outcome-based education. Yes, outcome-based education. All right. Then, there are items there that there are 2 or 3 possible answers. So, or 4. Pero dapat, careful kayo sa OBE na side. And then, upon completion of program graduation, this is part of the OBE, what outcome should the students have? So what do you mean by program learning outcome? Take note, guys. I hope you have your pen and paper there. This is part of the OBE. You have your extra reading on the OBE. So what do we mean by PLO or the PLO, the program learning outcome? Take note of that, program learning outcomes. What do we mean by course learning outcome? What do we mean by lesson learning outcome? So for example, when we say lesson learning outcome, mag-limit lang din yan siya sa what will be the outcome after this lesson. Okay? So of course, lesson learning outcome. Program educational objectives, what do we mean by? What do you mean by course learning outcomes? For example, after you finish this course, what's the outcome? Yon ang PLO, CLO, LLO, and PEO. Okay? Take note of that. All right. Then, you have there, what is the desired level of thinking about teaching? For example, when we are going to teach, this is under the OBE, the level of teaching in OBE. what students are, what teachers do, what students do, what teachers are. So, ito yung ibang example na you need to understand. You are going to analyze, guys. Okay? You're going to analyze. All right. So, parang wala na akong iniwan dito na fill in the blanks. Tinanggal ko na yung fill in the blanks. Okay? And take note what's cognitive, psychomotor, and affective, and what is knowledge. Take note of that, guys. So, for example, in OBE, ano yung i-measure? Is it more on cognitive? Is it more on psychomotor or affective? Or the knowledge? So, those are part of the tests. Okay? And then there are questions like, the answer is true or false, or I don't know, or I'm confused. So, you just have to choose that. I mean, you just have to be careful in answering. So these are about OBE. So at the last stage of teaching or learning, what is it that we are going to evaluate in OBE, outcome-based education? In outcome-based education, what is the thing that we need to evaluate? Okay, so this is all about OBE. Dalawang major content lang yung exam natin eh. OBE and then the teaching approaches and methods. Tatlo pala, and the K-12. Actually, under sa approaches and teaching methods pa rin yung K-12. General yung ano natin dito, ang dating. Okay, so a teaching plan is a crucial piece of document that, so what is a teaching plan? And it is a crucial document of what? Describe the lesson plan for everyday lesson in the semester, shows how the lesson are aligned to the CLO, or course learning outcome. CLO is course learning outcome. All right. Demonstrate the assessment of methods, and then listens to the topics of the covered semester. Actually, there are two. Ano siya eh? Describes the lesson. When we say, guys, when we say teaching plan, of course, it talks about or it describes the lesson for every lesson in the semester. Teaching plan. Okay, and also it shows how the lessons are aligned to CLO. So that is teaching plan. Yung teaching plan is it shows you a lesson for every. It shows a plan of every lesson in the semester, and then another it shows lesson na align sa course learning outcome. Okay, so yun siya. Yun ang teaching plan. Okay, how about assessment? How are you going to create an assessment plan? This is part now of OBE, okay? Assessment plan. So when you are going to create an assessment plan, these are things that you are going to consider. Each course outcome, how many times and what level to assess. Yon, i-consider mo yan siya. Ito, papansin ko. Okay, say hi to them. Say hi. Hi! Ow, ow! Alright, Giant. Samok, nagpasabak sa kuha diri, guys. Okay. Okay. So, guys, when I say creating an assessment plan, tawagan ako. Giant, excuse me. Giant, hawa. Dito kasi mong babies. Okay. So, when creating assessment plan, the following, what are we going to consider if we are going to create assessment plan? So, these are the things to consider in creating assessment plan. Take note, guys. Each course outcome, ito, i-consider mo ito. How many times and what level to assess? Okay? How are you going to judge students' achievement of outcomes? Yan. Paano natin i-judge yung achievement ng student? And then yung weighing of each item ng course learning outcome. Ano yung weighing? Paano mo siya, yung rubrics, lalabas na doon yung rubrics. And then, paano ang assessment makatulong sa mga students to achieve learning outcome. So, when you are going to plan or creating an assessment plan, those are the things na dapat mo i-consider. Okay? How many times and what are the level to assess? Yung how are you going to judge the achievement of the students? And then yung weighing of each item in the course learning outcome. And then the yung assessment, how are you going to help the students in their learning outcome, okay? Para ma-achieve ng students yung learning outcome. So, yun, yung creating assessment. Okay. And then, ano yung mga reason? What are the reasons para, hindi reason for us to assess? Okay, there are so many reasons para i-assess natin yung mga estudyante. Ano yung isa sa mga hindi reason? Okay? Hindi reason to assess the students. So, to provide scores so that they can graduate. No, of course not. Okay? Yung ma-provide ka ng scores so that they can graduate. No, it's not assessment. Alright? So, of course, obvious yan siya masyado, guys. Okay. Then, like, if we are going to design an assessment, teacher should focus on what? Okay? Sa under OBE ito, guys, ha? So, saan ka mag-focus? Kung mag-design tayo ng assessment, saan tayo naka-focus as teacher? So, what is assessment? Of course, palagi ko sinasabi kanina yung learning outcome, learning outcome, learning outcome. Take note, guys. Outcome-based education. Alright? Outcome-based education. Of course, kasali na dyan ang assessment. So, when we say assessment, guys, kakambal niya yung outcome, learning outcome. So, take note of guys, of that. And then, paano natin masabi na quality yung assessment natin? Okay? So, we check on the validity, reliability, summative, or formative. So, what do you think? Okay? So, take note, guys. If we are going to check or like check the quality of the assessment, so let's check of these things. And then, yun ang sa OBE. Wait lang, guys, ha? Wait lang. Alright, so, okay. Okay, yung iba, guys, hypothetical, very self-explanatory. Okay, listen. For example, I will just give you one example of hypothetical. Which of the following is not an effective way that teachers adhere to planning and carrying out instructions? So begin by determining what they want the students to know and able to do. Is that so? Again, I'll repeat the question. Which of the following is not an effective way that teachers adhere to planning and carrying out instructions? So begin by determining what they want the students to know, what they want students to know and what be able to do. Oy, nagdalugdog. Use a variety of instructional strategies often given with single lesson. And then help students make sense of, remember and apply classroom subject, or not effective way, or focus on skills that are most likely to enhance students' short-term memory in and on. Okay, of course, yung focus and skills are most likely to enhance students' short-term memory. Yun ang not an effective way. Okay, teachers adhere. So, guys, you have to analyze the question. Okay? Then another situation now here. Which of the following teachers did not successfully write a useful learning objective for lesson? Yan. Malalaman nyo na yan kasi i-identify nyo saan kaya sa dito yung teacher dito na hindi successful or hindi useful yung learning objective. Okay? And then what the Bloom's taxonomy. So which of the following best describes to remember portion of Bloom's taxonomy? Okay. So take note, we have the Bloom's taxonomy, guys. And then we also have, yun guys, situational na yung iba, guys, ha? So gamitan lang natin dyan ng mga reasoning power natin dyan or logic. So you have to evaluate. So mas marami yung evaluation ko sa table of specification, guys. So analyze niyo yung situation. Okay? And then what is teacher-directed instructional? Kasi meron kayong situation dito and then you are going to identify what is not a teacher-directed instructional. Okay? So not teacher-directed instructional. Okay? Another situation, a middle school teacher has been planning to have the students in a class carry out individual research project in science, okay, in which each student would investigate and report on a self-selected topic. So the teacher decides instead to have the students conduct and report on their research in groups. The group approach is likely to be particularly effective for middle school students because it Analyze niyo yung situation, guys. Okay? So there are two possible answers here. It's okay kung isa lang yung ma-check ninyo. You will still have the point. So, hindi masyadong mabigat, guys, kasi kung isa yung na-check ninyo, tapos tama yun, okay, may point ka doon. Kapag yung isa naman, tama pa rin yung points pa rin yun. 2 points pa rin yun siya. Okay, ganun, guys. So, situational siya. Learning approach, methods. Then K-12 techniques. Ano pa? Okay. What do you mean by this one, guys? What do you mean by this teaching style? Okay. Benevolent. What is benevolent? What is permissive? What is, who is a permissive teacher? Who is a benevolent teacher? Authoritarian. Uninvolved. Okay. So what are these, guys? And then we have, so take note of that. It's permissive, authoritative, uninvolved, and authoritarian. And then we have another here. What do we mean by constructivist? What do we mean by essentialist? What do we mean by existentialist? And what do we mean by pragmatist? Okay. Expository, descriptive, narrative, argumentative. So these are like, for example, you're going to teach science and social studies reading materials. Ano kaya yan siya? Science, di ba? It's more on expository. Okay? Now, di ba? It's more on expository. And then another, what is conducive environment? For you guys, what's conducive environment? Okay? All right. And then, what is deductive method? What is problem solving method? What is direct instruction? What is indirect instruction? Okay. Yan, indirect instruction. And then, so, yon, indirect instruction. I have 2 questions about these instructions. Indirect instructions and then direct instructions. Another. And then brainstorming. What do we mean by brainstorming, guys? Then, what is the role of the facilitator of learning? What is the role of the facilitator of learning? Role, facilitator of learning. Okay. And then, what method is this, guys? What method is this? The technique needs a careful planning by the teacher by including pertinent facts to the class and uniting them in the form of conclusion. What technique is that? Okay, that is called planned. Okay, planned discussion. So planned discussion is a technique. Okay, is a discussion method. Technique needs to be careful planning by the teacher, including pertinent facts of the class and uniting them in the form of conclusions. That is a planned discussion. All right. And then, what is the best description of the teaching profession? You know that, of course. What's the best description of the teaching profession? Ano yung mga dimensions of teaching profession? What are the dimensions of the teaching profession? So, and then, sino ito? Si Skinner, si Freud, si Piaget, and si Watson. Who are these people, guys? When we say cognitives, it's more on whom? Okay. And then the Bloom's taxonomy of learning. You know that? The Bloom's taxonomy of learning. All right. So, like, successful teachers require many characteristics. Which of the following characteristics is the most important for the teacher to possess? Okay. So, may mga characteristic ng teacher na dapat niyong malaman dyan, dapat niyong i-check dyan. Pwedeng tama lahat, pero isa lang ang correct doon. Okay. And yun na siya, guys. About teaching profession na siya. What is cooperative learning, guys? Okay. Ano ang needed sa cooperative learning? Take note of this. Yes, guys, it's more on strategies talaga. Kasi ano din siya, K to 12. Teaching approaches, methods, yes. Pero angkop din ang OBE, guys. Kasi because of these teaching approaches and methods, this is the scope of the OBE. All right? It's not only focused on these questions, it's not only focused on the methods. Kasama yan siya eh. Interrelated yan eh. Integrated yan siya. Strongly interrelated. Kasi ano tayo eh, outcome-based learning. And then yung mga teaching approaches, outcome-based learning siya. Okay? Focus on outcome-based learning. What is cooperative learning, guys? Take note of that. Okay? Yan, maraming questions about cooperative learning. Ano yung disadvantage ng cooperative learning? Ang cooperative learning is, hindi na siya matawag na cooperative kapag hindi nag-cooperate yung mga students. Okay, di ba? Oh, that's the answer already. Pero you need to understand the item, of course, the choices. And then, what are the examples of cooperative learning? Okay. And then, what is discovery learning? Actually, even without researching what is discovery learning, guys, maintindihan nyo siya sa choices. What is inquiry-based instruction? Okay, inquiry-based instruction. All right, discovery, facilitate, group. Okay, role ng teacher, very basic. What is the disadvantage of discovery teaching? Ano ang definition ng problem solving? What is the disadvantage of discovery learning? Okay, yun lang siya, guys. Actually, self-explanatory yung mga choices. Dalawa lang ang choices, guys, nito. Yung mga later portion niya. Pero pagdating sa test sa inyo, naka-shuffle ito, guys. Okay? So, it's more on methods and then it's really about teaching lang talaga, guys. Tinanggal ko na yung fill in the blanks, yung identification. I remove them like, anong method ito? Anong method ito? Okay, blank lang yun siya. Tinanggal ko na yun. Kasi kayo pala yung yung kahapon, the other day, sinabi ko na may isang subject na 100 items. Kayo pala yun, guys. Ito pala, science pala. Kasi ang daming scope eh. Ang daming masali. So, isa sa mga things na tinanggal ko, the fill in the blanks para mag-remain lang talaga na multiple choice lahat, guys. Okay? So, you need to take the exam tomorrow at 4. Bigyan nyo lang ako ng grace period, guys. Halimbawa, guys, hindi ko siya masend agad the moment. For example, mag-send kayo ng 4:15. Hindi ko siya agad masend. Masend ko siya later na. Okay lang, the moment na doon tayo mag-base, kung kailan ko na-send, yung time ninyo. Okay? So, for my example, malate ako ng 15 minutes or 10 minutes, doon tayo mag-base sa submission ninyo. I-submit nyo siya agad. Alright? Take your time na, hindi naman agad-agad. Ang ibig ko sabihin, do not wait for the evening for you to submit it. Or do not exit. Kasi hindi nyo na siya ma-access, guys. One response lang yung tatanggapin. And then, of course, you are going to use JMC account ninyo. Okay? So, question, guys. Kung naka-attend kayo ng guys, yung live ko the other evening, ka-attend kayo, nag-comment kayo doon sa first comment na yung sa live talaga, may 10 points plus kayo, guys. Okay? So, 197 yung record ko yung lahat. Alright? So, pag send nyo sa akin ng permit, just have your email address. Okay? The email address kasi I just have to type your email address. Alright, guys? So, thank you so much. And then, questions, please. We still have time, guys. May time pa tayo. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Civis Diary. Alright? Yes, you're welcome. Ano pang questions? May questions pa? Thank you so much for being here. Take note niyo lang yung mga words na sabi ko kayo na ulitin ko ha. Ulitin ko yung mga words. Discovery learning, problem solving, what is that? Disadvantage and advantage ng problem solving. What is discovery learning? What is inquiry-based instruction? All right? Okay, and then ano yung cooperative learning? Maraming questions sa cooperative learning. Then, ano yung learning by doing? Ano yung role ng teacher? If you're a teacher, these are the things that you need to do. Okay? And then, Bloom's taxonomy of learning. Take note of that. Dito yung ano ko, bumalik. Okay, and then accepting students, comprehend, retain. All right. Teaching profession. Okay, ano pa? Discussion technique. All right, methods of discussion method. So, yun lang guys.
Kaya,
Isa nyo ang permit sa Teacher Effie, not sa PIPAY. Okay, Teacher Effie po. Teacher Effie. No need to be live sa Google Classroom. So, please send the permit sa Teacher Effie. Okay? So, sa time na ninyo guys ha, wag yung 2:00, wag yung earlier than that. Sa time talaga kasi yung pumasok sa time natin, yun ang considered na science ito talaga lahat. Okay? So, thank you so much. Let exam base yung questions ko po. Okay? It will help you. Thank you, Karen Jane. Ano siya, let base siya or teacher's board yung exam.
okay.
Of course, based sa topic natin. Dili ni mawala ang live, okay? Naara ni siya sa wall, don't worry. You can go back to this. Nag-start ni siya mga 30 minutes. Nag-start siya 30 minutes bago mag-end kasi nag-start ako 10:30, okay? Kasi yung nauna kanina GE tapos EL113. Di siya mawala, bless. Kaya okay lang kung nangatulog na ang uban karon, walay problema kay kuan man. Kanang nakapost na siya sa Ma'am Effie's virtual classroom. Okay guys, thank you so much and God bless. Good luck for you tomorrow. O baka may mag-volunteer dyan, mag-secretary for tomorrow. Siya yung magsisend ng mga link sa mga students to help me. Sino mag-volunteer? Dito mag-duty. Dito mag-duty. I give you 1 unit for you to use the Wi-Fi and for you to take the exam. Baka may gustong mag-volunteer dyan. You will stay in the office. Dito ka sa office magstay. Ikaw mag-send ng mga messages. Sinong gustong mag-volunteer? Hindi naman siya totally volunteer kasi may kabayaran yun. I-PM ako, guys. Pag andyan pa kayo, guys, i-PM ako. Sinong gusto mag-volunteer tomorrow lang hapon? 1 to 5. 1 to 5 tomorrow. You can take your exam here. I'll give you this desktop. Ikaw gagamit sa desktop. Take ka ng exam dito. Sige. Wala. I-message lang ako ha. I-PM ako kung may gusto mag-volunteer na mag-duty. Pag-usapan natin. Okay guys, thank you so much. Nag 2 hours na ako. Thank you so much guys. And then balikan nyo lang ito. Diyan lang nakapost lang siya. Okay? Take note lang yung mga words na pinulit ko. So, guys, once again, thank you, and good luck sa exam nyo tomorrow. Anong questions? Okay. Good night. Bye-bye. Sleep early. Bye, guys. Good night. So, this is Teacher Effie signing off.